A spectacular return to form saw the Steelers clinch progression to the next round of the Challenge Cup with a 7-4 win over the Panthers. Tonight's opponent, Manchester, aren't sure of going through, but they did do something yesterday that the Steelers couldn't do on Wednesday. They beat Dundee at home. With Jordan McLaughlin unavailable and Curtis Warburton icing for Hull, the Steelers have to call on the services of an emergency goalie to back up Matt Greenfield, Lewis King of the Sutton Sting. But there is a familiar face in the Storm lineup. Anthony DeLuca is back in the Utilita Arena for the first time since his departure over a year ago. I want to provide a lot more entertainment for this home crowd, and Allen will reach this one in the right wing corner. Back for Newman, whips it out front, all alone, oh, and the net was knocked off. Ciampini was going to score. That is a penalty. The crowd are not happy at all, and understandably so. But a breakdown defensively from Manchester. They left Ciampini all alone in front. And he was able to make the move. And that puck was surely going to go into the net. But the net moved, and it wasn't where Ciampini expected it to be. This view will clear things up a little bit more in that respect. Oh, that's certainly going to go in. That is about as clear a penalty as you can get for displacing the goal. Latal moves it across. Opportunity here. Oh, and it's not put in, or is it? No, it stayed out, and the follow-up's missed as well. Goodness me. Still might be for Schultz. Now for Christo. And now for Latal. Once more, Dowd is denied, and then onto the outside of the net. Goodness me. That was the chance for Schultz. The save was made, and then where's it going to land? Oh, it was on the line, and Levine got his stick back. Goodness me. Didn't appreciate that from my live angle here. That's going in, and then it's kept out by the stick, and the crowd have seen that on the screen, and we might get a video review. Confirmed as no goal. And then loses the strength battle up against Scott Simmons. Orval feathers it forward and then takes back over. It's Jesper Orval trying to get it towards the crease. The Steelers just crowd him out, and Orval went down hard into the boards and is still down on the ice. Doesn't look good for Jesper Orval as Newman comes the other way, and now Storm get back onto it. The whistle will go, but that was a hard collision for Jesper Orval into the boards behind Matt Greenfield's goal. Matt Ginn is not a happy chap. He certainly doesn't like seeing his top goal scorer down and in pain. Well, let's take a look then at what happened on this play. Connolly is with him. David Phillips with the check, and does appear to be maybe a little bit of collision between David Phillips and Jesper Orval's head. Although his skates were against the boards, I thought that was what the collision was, but no. Orval not moving especially well. David Phillips is going to get 5+ game here for checking to the head. Daniel Ciampini scored twice yesterday. Nevalainen, Ciampini. Backdoor play. Oh, and the chance was missed by Petgrave, who's not happy with the Storm player who was also there on the scene. Power play continues. Ciampini had to take it on the backhand side and got away from him momentarily. He collects it back and gives it to Newman. Back for Ciampini. Petgrave wants a one-timer. He gets it. It's tipped in by Newman. That's what they've all been waiting for. A Steelers goal, and it came on the power play. It's Newman's, and it takes him on to 6 for the season. And most importantly, it breaks the deadlock in this game. The Steelers are in front. 35-34 at the time of the opening goal of the game. A 5-on-4 power play goal scored whilst Anthony DeLuca was in the box for roughing. Steelers fans will enjoy that for sure. He's a very popular player during his time here, Anthony DeLuca, but time moves on, and the Steelers are only cheering for those in black and orange now. Steelers looking for another one. Puck round behind the net. Latal. Comes back up to Schultz. Shoots it into the crowd. It's there for another. This time it's Christo. Steelers strike twice within a minute. A long time coming, but worth the wait for the home supporters. Levine couldn't keep it close enough, and Christo was able to flick it in. Four on the season now for Christo. Just 36 seconds between the Steelers' first and seconds. And we're going to have a fight. It's McNally and Ruddy. And McNally with the first right-hander that lands. Ruddy swings a big right of his own, but McNally's on top at the moment, and Ruddy fights back with a couple of really good ones over the top. Oh, and McNally is floored. It's a win for Ruddy. Wow. That's a heck of a contest. Some big bombs being thrown. And busted wide open is McNally. He's going to have to go off and get that seen to. He landed a couple of big punches himself. But Ruddy landed the knockdown blow. If I'd said to you a minute ago we were going to have 2 goals in a fight, you would never have believed me. This game has exploded into life. Now Latal. Schultz, across to the far side. Back in towards Dowd, spins and shoots, kick save Levine. Latal, that's lovely. Drags it out front and beats Levine. The Steelers have taken full control of this game in the final 5 minutes of the second period, from 0-0 to 3-0 in the blink of an eye. There's nobody near Latal. He has the time to make that move and provide the finish. Goal 8 of the season for Martin Latal. He got an assist on the Steelers' second, and he scores the third. The Steelers could be in for more here. Newman. And it is another! It's Ciampini! This is incredible. We waited 35 minutes for a goal, and the Steelers have scored 4 in 3.5 minutes. Ciampini with the finish over the shoulder of Levine. And Storm don't quite know what's hit them. It's a considerably lower tempo to the game in the third period. It's a sign that I think Storm know they're beaten, and the Steelers are happy to take the points and move on to other challenges. Bobbling puck just wouldn't settle down. Steelers play it away, and Whistle jumps inside. It's great from Brandon Whistle. Oh, and then he got hooked back. Follow-up chance. Save made Downey. Penalty shot. Brandon Whistle forced his way in front, and he couldn't get his shot away. And the officials say penalty shot. And given the way Brandon Whistle's playing, you fancy that he'll get chosen to take this. Earhart trying to get back, but I'm not sure if it's the first stick or the second stick. Might have been Johnson who was called for it. The follow-up chance wasn't saved, it actually popped over the top. Brandon Whistle scored a spectacular goal in Nottingham last night. And he scored again tonight. What a start to the season he's had. A penalty shot goal to make it 5-0. And he deserved it because he made the penalty shot happen with his own play, taking it from the boards, beating the Storm defence, skating in on goal. Aaron Fox trusted him to take the penalty shot, Fox could have picked anyone, but in the form that Brandon Whistle's in right now, who better? Newman trying to send it across. Ciampini was out in front. He'll get a block on the clearing attempt. Johnson gets it second time around. Now Hazeldine leads the charge. Cross to the far side. They try and centre it back. Oh, and didn't quite work out as planned, but Storm still have it. Barrow skates into the hit of Allen. Barrow is down, and there's going to be a fight now. It's Earhart and Allen. They didn't appreciate the hit from Allen on Barrow, and Earhart is throwing punches over and under, and Allen unable to fight back. Second fight of the game. It was a fight that Earhart always seemed to have the upper hand in. Just blows. The uppercuts and the ones over the top. Tumble in the corner, and the referee is down, and this needs stopping because that was not a nice tumble for Joe Sewell. No penalty on the plate, but we hope he's all right. There's a big grimace. There's certainly pain there. He'll want to be able to see out the final 2:09 of this one. Well, now we know the answer. That's what it takes for the officials to get a round of applause. Oh, and he's just been inadvertently tripped up by Latal. Here's Petule. McNally trying to keep the puck in the zone for a little bit longer. Into the final minute. Stormer across the line. Shot goes wide. Simmons plays it back out. That shot gets blocked. McNally. Steelers come forward. They still fancy another. Petule plays it back out. Oh, it didn't find any of the Steelers players. Blasted and saved. Just trickled wide. The credit to Downey for making the stop. Petule, Raska! The Steelers hit Storm for 6. What a lovely way to round things off. It's a good pass out. It's a better finish into the top corner. 5 on the season for Adam Raska. Assist to Thomas Petule, even strength, 59-43. The final few seconds will expire on this game, and the Steelers are winners by 6-0. Shutout number 4 on the season already for Matt Greenfield. But the story of the game is the 4-goal burst at the end of the second period. The Steelers completes a 4-point Challenge Cup weekend. Brandon Whistle is having himself quite a start to the season. He scored a goal in Nottingham yesterday, and he scored his penalty shot here today. He only scored 6 all of last season. He's already on to 4, and we've still got more games left to play in October. Well, he knows what the Eddies are all about. He's seen enough of them, and let's hope, unlike McNally, he has something planned. Looks like he's going to get a little bit of assistance from Sam Jones. And we're going to have a little bit of a ski race. And that's 2 minutes for tripping, but who cares? It's all about Brandon Whistle, and it's all about the Sheffield Steelers winning Premier Sports Challenge Cup Group C. 7-4 in Nottingham yesterday, 6-0 against Manchester today. Another shutout for Matt Greenfield. And the Steelers, well, it took a while to get going. When it did, it was just like the Steelers of old. Brandon, that was a strange game tonight. Stalemate for 35 minutes, and then it was all over in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I mean, they came hard. It was kind of similar to the Dundee, I think. 0-0, and I think the Dundee was 1-0 or 1-1, and you just got to find a way to win those games. And it was nice that we kind of went on a roll there, scored 4 quick ones, and just kind of came out with a W. So it was good.
Was that a sign then that the team learned from that Dundee game and didn't repeat the same issues that occurred on Wednesday night?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, everybody knows how important the points are, and giving up points right now to lower teams, we can't really be doing that. So yeah, everyone came hard tonight, battled hard, so it was good.
It was almost like a flashback to previous Aaron Fox teams, scoring in bunches and winning the game with quick strikes, one after the other.
Yeah, sometimes when you got the confidence and they're going in, just might as well fire them to the net and keep going.
Speaking of confidence and the puck going in, you're in great form. A goal last night and a goal again tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. I feel like I've had plenty of chances this year. Should have maybe another 3 or 4, but I'll be worried if I don't get the chances. So I'm glad they're going in right now.
And the penalty shot, the coach could have picked anyone, but I think most of the crowd wanted Fox to pick you.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my go-to moves, and I just figured I'd try it, and it worked out.
So, going back to last night then, another goal in Nottingham, a crucial goal to just pad on that cushion, but it was one of the more spectacular ones of the night. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it just kind of came from the breakout, and I'm not too sure where their other D-man went, but came out with a 2-on-1 because John did a great job kind of pushing over to the other side of the ice and kind of opened up some space, and then just fired at top blocker.
And finally, back to tonight. It was an odd sort of game with players missing either in the penalty box or kicked out of the game or out with injuries, and the team had to adjust and maybe play in a few roles they may not have expected to, but when you're only giving up 13 shots, that's a good sign that everyone knows their jobs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when guys go down, either hurt or kicked out of the game, I mean, guys just have to step up. You might play in a different line or a different role than you're used to, but I mean, everybody on the team can play any role, so it's good.
15 minutes of penalty all killed.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's all I gotta say. That's a lot.
Aaron, congratulations. Was that just the kind of night we needed here at home?
Yeah, I think so. I thought we started very, very well tonight. Very unfortunate that was a 0-0 game after the first 20. Our kill does an outstanding job to kill off that 5-minute major to start the second. And then, we get one and we started scoring in bunches again and loved it. I think we needed that as a group. And I also thought it was important for the fans here too. We haven't been great at home, and an entertaining game like that, not just with the goals, a couple fights, it was physical, just entertaining hockey, through and through.
Halfway through the first period or into the second period, were you starting to get a little deja vu that it wasn't going your way?
Yeah, you get a little frustrated when pucks aren't going in and goalie's standing on his head like that, but we just gotta, if we just stick to our game plan, I feel like more times than not we'll get rewarded. Like, we didn't give up any odd man rushes tonight. I think that was our undoing last Wednesday, is we started playing a little bit too offensively and a little bit too up and down, and tonight we stayed in concept and played to our identity, and I feel like a solid defense is what creates offense for us, and that's when we're playing at our best, and we got that tonight and the last 45-50 minutes last night as well.
Yeah, the Christo line had a great weekend, didn't it?
Yeah, outstanding. All 3 of them playing very, very well together. It takes a little bit of time sometimes, but I think they're really buzzing right now.
Yeah. How did you see the fight? Was it pre-planned, ordained? How did it all come about?
No, I don't. I think, he's a tough player, that Ruddy's, and he's fought pretty much everyone in the league right now. That's considered a heavyweight, and they just gave up 2 quick goals, and Mac happened to be on the draw there and asked him to go, and Mac's never a guy that's going to shy away. He's going to answer the bell in those situations, which is, a big reason why we got him here. He sticks up for his teammates, and, it was a good tilt.
Quick word on Brendan Connolly having to drop back on D, and then of course when we lost Davey, even more pressure on him.
Yeah, Cons was outstanding as a D both nights. I think he settled in very nicely. He's a very smart player, knows exactly what kind of systems we're running. So it was he was outstanding.
Matt, that game was close for a while, but then got out of hand quickly.
Yeah, we weren't very good tonight, to be completely blunt with you there. It was 0-0 for a while, but I thought Sheffield controlled the basically the full 60. It was disappointing, the effort on our side today. We just weren't good enough.
A couple of fights that your players got the better of, but was there enough fight in the rest of the game?
No, to be honest with you, no easy answer there. I thought Sheffield outskated us, outcompeted us. It just looked like they wanted it more tonight. We had a big win there last night against Dundee, but the difference between the top teams, the good teams in this league, and the lower end teams is consistency, and we have to find a way to put back-to-back good efforts together.
What was the difference between this performance and the previous cup game between these two teams, which went right to the wire all the way to overtime?
I think just our compete level. It just wasn't high enough tonight. Our execution was off. We just weren't detailed. I could go on and on. I thought Sheffield, and that's not taking anything away from Sheffield. They played a great game tonight. Like I said, they controlled kind of the full 60.
You took your team out very early for the start of the third period. Was that on purpose?
No, they just headed out to the bench.